What's up, guys? Zaki-san here, back with another video for y'all, and today we're gonna do a best of 3 match against Shanks. This is the list I'm running. I'm basically just kind of going back to my typical list, but I'm still testing how 6 2Ks feel. So in that 7th 2K spot, I just threw in a man-cherry just to basically mark that, oh, this man-cherry could have been another 2K per se. Moving on from that, let's go into my Shanks breakdown. I personally like going first because for two main reasons. One, it gives me that extra Don every turn to... Three main reasons. One, it gives me an extra turn to set up before reaching my 10 cost turn. Two, it gives me an extra Don that I can use to swing 6K with my leader at the Shanks instead of swinging 5 and him just using his leader ability to negate the swing. And then 3, it's because I don't want to make it easy for the Shanks to play a 5 on curve, a 7 on curve, and then play an 8 cost on their 9 Don turn, and then start playing their 10 cost Shanks, right? I'd much rather them be forced into playing a 5 on their 6 Don turn, and then playing an 8 on curve, and then their 10 cost Shanks from then on. And the way I have my curve mapped out is I want to establish a Laboon or an Augur by that 9 Don turn, and then couple it with either a Shigan or a Black Hole, right? And if it's Laboon, it can be Shigan or Black Hole. If it's Augur, then it has to be Shigan. And that combo will basically just make sure I can KO that 8 Don play. That's pretty much the only KOing we're doing in this matchup. If they show me the Utsa Searcher, then I'll play a dot Q on my second turn to KO it. Otherwise, I'm not playing dot Q. That's not how we're doing our board control in this matchup. Our board control is more so going to be Jesus focused. Here, I basically specified that, on our 5 or 7 Don turn, we can set up our first Jesus if we have it. And then if we do set up a Jesus on 5 or 7, then there's a chance that we can also set up a second one on our 9. But we do need to make sure that a Laboon, if we play a second Jesus on 9, then we had to have had a Laboon or an Augur set up on 5 or 7, so that on 9 I can play Jesus and follow up with a tap Laboon or tap Augur and one of the 4 cost KO events on their 8 cost body. And then we start going into the 10 cost turns. We want to use our leader ability into their 7 to 9 Don turn to shut down Beckman and any extra firepower coming from the Rush Dragon. And then after 10 Don, we can consider not using the leader ability. And one of my kind of calculations to make this decision is whether or not my opponent can establish more swings on board next turn than I have in blockers and life combined. So if I know that they can't lethal me next turn by playing a rush body, then I might consider not leader abilitying. However, if I do think that they can establish enough swings to basically swing me out, then I will leader ability just in case it's a dragon and I don't want him to get that extra Don, if that makes sense. But I'll show you that hopefully in one of these 3 matchup games today. So let's go into it. We're going to be playing my friend Nuri. He is one of my testing partners and a great Shanks player in my opinion. So we'll go Western, host private lobby. I'll send him the code, and then we'll wait for him there. So yeah, I think that Shanks is a favorable matchup for us. I think for a while now, people have been thinking that Shanks is maybe 50-50 or maybe unfavorable. I don't know, but I've always kind of thought that Shanks was favorable for me. We're going to go first. We won the dice roll, so we'll go first, and we'll get right into it. Good luck. Have fun. So, as I said earlier, right, we want to have Jesus. We want to have searchers. We want to have 10 cost. We want to have Augur. And we want to have Black Hole or Shigan. Right now, right, we have the Augur and we have the Liberation, but this isn't a complete set because this KOs a 7. We need to be able to KO an 8. So it's not a horrible hand considering that I have the stage, but the problem is that the other piece to the puzzle, which is Laboon or Shigan, is not searchable, so I'd have to basically hope that I draw into it. But for the sake of showcasing how probable or improbable that, drawing into a Shigan or a Laboon is, and what happens if they don't, if I can't remove the dragon on curve, I'll just stick with this hand and we'll see how it goes. So here I'm going to just ditch the dot Q. Let's just go with the Jesus. That's fine. Oh, wonderful. Sanji. Here. We're probably just going to have to get rid of... I'm going to say the Augur, only because if he gets Lucky Roo next turn, then that's just a scary curve for me. So let's get rid of the Augur. We'll go with the Fit, which is pretty good because now we're going to swing 6. Now we have a pseudo blocker. Because if I couldn't get a body on the board sideways, then I was going to take a lot of heat next turn. But at least now he's kind of have to answer this. And this is, I think, my last 10 cost teach in the deck, which is kind of alarming. I don't really want to take this right now. My next turn is going to be 5, so I'm probably going to establish this Jesus. Unless I play another Lafitte and then swing 8, but I don't even think that's necessarily worth it, especially since the cards I want to look for aren't even searchable. I definitely don't want to take a 2K. Let's just take a teach. Whatever. We move on. Oh, this wise guy. Okay. Let's go. No trigger. So here we're probably just going to swing 5 into the Sanji. This is my age, and then I might even just use Black Hole on the Hongo. Although, next turn he's going to 6. He's probably going to establish a 5. I don't know how likely it is that he actually dons this up and swings. Do I want to use this now, or do I want to use this next turn? I'm going to 7, so I can't really establish 2 things next turn, so I could perhaps wait before using the This Is My Age. In that case, I could probably afford to go 6 at the Sanji. Because if I swing 5, then he makes it a 4, and it's just another 2K, but this actually at least requires him to drop 2 cards. If I had a stronger hand, there's a world where I don't even swing at this Sanji right now and see if he'll strip another life to be aggressive next turn. But my hand's not... It's not strong at the moment. It's strong only if I can survive and be healthy into the late game. And I guess he's considering countering this out, because otherwise he would have let it go. If he counters it out, I might be forced to Black Hole that Sanji. Yeah, interesting. In that case, we have to just get rid of that Sanji. I might want to establish another Jesus as well. I might search for another Jesus. But do I really want to drop this one cost? I don't think I do. But now we're getting into risky territory if I drop this. But now that his hand is low, I think I can drop a 10 cost. And now we can probably just take this stronger to remove, because then we can make the dragon a 6 with the stronger. If I have an auger, I can make it a 4, and then I can kill it with the liberation on 9. So that'll be a... I'd have to set up an auger next turn, though, instead of Jesus. But then I can play Jesus on 9, so that would be fine. Although this is really tempting to get my Jesus nice and fat. But I'll go with this. And then we'll end. Let's see if he's ballsy enough to go 8. No, he's not. Great. Okay. And now we have the Shigan. That's good. So now we just need to find an auger. Although this Vasco shot is pretty healthy to me right now. I don't know how badly I want to get rid of this Hongo. Let's think. What can I ditch for stage right now? So I'm probably going to establish Jesus. But I have to be careful because he'll go 5, 6, and then probably play dragon and go 9. So I'd have to basically counter 2 swings. I think I might actually want to play the Vasco shot. However, I don't think I need the liberation. So I can ditch the liberation. So I don't get an auger. That's upsetting. It's fine. We'll take the Vasco shot. So now we'll go here. Still no auger. I don't think it's worth it for me to Lafitte. Now I still won't have enough Don for even if I do Lafitte. So if I Lafitte, I can go 4 Don for Jesus, and that wouldn't be horrible. Because he's going to have to swing at this anyways instead of me playing a Vasco shot. It's a choice. It's definitely a choice to make. Let's go with stronger. Let's go with stronger. There's no point in swinging 5 unless maybe he takes it. Let's try. So basically now, next turn, I need to draw an auger or a Laboon to get rid of the dragon he's about to play. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to be at 9. If I don't get to KO the 8 cost, then I'm probably going to want to play this Vasco. Probably won't be able to play the Vasco, to be honest. I probably won't be able to play the Vasco shot. That's fine. We'll get rid of the stronger. I'd rather play the Vasco shot in case. It's a high likelihood that we do see the auger, but I didn't want to risk it. And I use the leader ability because if he plays dragon and then buffs up these guys, it's going to be even harder for me to be defensive. I think I've seen a good amount of 2Ks already, so it's kind of risky for me to use this. But what if he just doesn't have the dragon, right? I can block 1, I can counter 1, and I can take 1. So let's take this hit. Take the auger. Oh, so he doesn't even have the dragon. So I think we can just block here. Well, here's the thing, because then next turn he's going to be at 10 and it's going to kill my Jesus unless I counter this. So let's counter. No blocker, counter. Oh, this wise guy. We block. Figured that's what it would be. So now we're just going to go 8 into the ace, and then he's going to block. And then we'll go 5 into the hongo. Yeah, so I can just Shigan. There's no point in that. So let's drop the Laboon. All right, so it's going to be Shigan, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's going to be Vasco shot. And then it could be Lafitte or another Vasco shot. I don't think it's worth playing Lafitte unless I'm looking for 2Ks, which isn't a bad idea, but 2 Vasco shots actually feels good there. And then I don't even have to leader ability. So we'll go with Vasco shot. And then here we'll Shigan the Lucky Roo. We'll go 10 at the ace. Five at the hongo. Is he really thinking about countering this out and not the ace? I mean, I guess I could have donned up to swing at that ace, but then he goes down. All right. Fair. Fair play. So what if he has a Beckman? -2. This goes down to 7. So I'm okay. I think we can just give him this 1K counter. Or we could just take it. It might actually just be better to take it. Let's take it. Give him this 1K. Nice. So here we're just going to play the 10 cost. Ditch the dot Q. We'll take the 2K. You know, interestingly enough, I probably could have went double Jesus. But that's fine. What's going to happen is I'm going to swing into this hongo. We're going to nullify that. I'm going to swing into the hongo. I don't want him to get the free -3. And then we'll go 10 at lead. He takes it, and then we don't have to lead our ability. So what is this? 9 on here is a 12. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Could just give up the Vasco shot. That's fine. Oh, no way. He's going to try. No way. Okay, buddy. This is how you want to play. This is really how you want to play. Can I kill him? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I can't go for it because he has a blocker. So we're just gonna do this. The problem is that if he has Roger, this is bad. I think I'm actually gonna have to swing at the lime juice. I think right now I don't give a shit about the Sanji. If he has Roger, he has Roger, bro. I got to think about this. Hold on. Because if I hit him once and then he double Sanji's, that's... If I hit him once, he double Sanji's, he gets himself to 0, and he plays the Roger. No, it's fine. We have to risk it here. If this just KOs my Vasco shot, though, I'll be pretty pissed. I think we just have to go 5 at this because it's going to be 7, 7. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If he KOs this, that'll be a problem. Nah, he'll be in lethal range regardless. Let's just swing 5 at the lime juice. 10 to lead. So he doesn't have the event. That's good. It's good for us. My question is, can I swing with this teach? Is it worth me swinging with this teach? We'll have 1, 2, 3, and then a 4th one. 1, 2, 3, a 4th one. No, we're going to let it slide. The question is, do we lead our ability? If it's a dragon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll be fine, even if it's a dragon. So we don't have to lead our ability. We would have been in a bit of a tight spot if he did have the Red Hawk to KO the Vasco shot. But thankfully that was a bluff. And it was a good bluff, too. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This play made my heart drop. The double Sanji play is crazy. This is such a, you know what? That's so true. This is such a bad example that he didn't see top end. But then again, Shanks, right? In my opinion, and my boy Iman's opinion, this is This is the bait deck. This is the bait deck of '09. You just it's luck of the draw, guys. You know, there's no consistency involved. It's just what bosses do I see? What top end do I see? And is it the right top end for the matchup? It's funny because like my strat is dependent on him playing his curve. You know, so it's like that the fact that I didn't see him play his typical curve is it kind of threw me for a curveball. But you know, so far so good. Good thing that he seems to not have um, Roger, because if he had Roger in hand right now, this is I think it's GG, right? Because he's Sanji. He plays the Roger, Sanji. He's at 0 life. It's a seven. It's a 7/7 and a 13, and I can't block. So I counter one of the sevens. I take one, and I hope that no, it doesn't matter because he still has a 13K swing coming at me. Oh, what do I do here? Do I drop the blocker? Probably, right? Or I could just 2K though. 8. This becomes a 7. No, he has to play something for this to become a 7. 5 plus 8 is 13. There's no point in me not blocking. Oh, why? No shot. These are all events. And even if they were, why didn't he just. I guess because I would just turn my blockers sideways. That's fair. All right, let's see what we get. Sure. I'll take a 10 cost just so that I can stun that. GG. Rematch. Let's go. So he won the dice roll. He gets to choose. If not, I probably would have just gave him first this game if I won the dice roll. Yeah, okay, good. So now we're on the even curve. Even curve, we're going to want to go similar game plan. It's just that we're not really going to be able to KO that 8 cost that he plays. Instead, we're just going to stun it with our first 10 cost each, right? So that means on 8 Don, we're going to want to establish Jesus. And on 6 Don, we might even want to establish Jesus as well. But we won't really need the auger. This could come in handy if he plays 5 cost Roger, or if he plays the Rayleigh, or if he plays the what am I thinking of? The Lucky Roo. Lafitte is good though. Lafitte is not bad. Vasco shot's not bad. I think I'm gonna mulligan though because all I have is Lafitte to go off of, and if I don't get a good search, then it might not be okay for me. So let's mulligan. I'll take Hachinosu. I'll take a Jesus top deck. And I will also take a Lafitte search. And we go, yeah, we just go 10 cost, I think. So on 4, I'm not going to play Jesus because I'd rather swing. So honestly, on 4, I might just play Lafitte. I'll find more 10 costs with Hachinosu and Lafitte regardless. So I don't need to take this 10 cost right now. I don't really need the Liberation because if I need to do anything, I can just use Shigan. And I don't need a 2K right now. So let's just take the Lafitte. So here we could Hachinosu, Lafitte, and swing 6. I don't want to play Lafitte first because he might have the event. So we'll just go 6 first. Because if he had Red Hawk, then he just kills a Lafitte for free there. That's funny. Don't want to play another Lafitte. I mean, it might actually be clutch later on, but realistically, next turn I'm going to play Jesus, and then I'm probably going to swing 7. The turn after that, I'm going to want to play another Jesus, and then I could potentially swing 7. Honestly, I don't think it's a bad idea for me to take another Lafitte, although I've seen, what, 2 2Ks, so this is the third one, which means I have 3 left in my deck, and I do need to have at least 1 2K in this matchup. However, with all the searching, I'll probably be able to see a 2K. Let's go with this level of greed, guys. Let's do that. Let's just go with the preemptive Lafitte search. We'll drop the Augur, which honestly I should have just dropped Laboon, but here we'll take the Vasco shot. That could be lit later, and then we'll let him rock. So now the question is, do I want him to keep that lucky root? His next turn, he's going to 7, so it's probably going to be either a 5 cost or a 7 cost. I have this, so I probably won't swing 7 this turn. I think we start off with this. So if I don't take this one, there's only 1 left coming up in my deck. I'll be okay if I don't get another Jesus out on the field, but I'm probably going to need to have 2 10 costs at least, so I'm going to go with the 10 cost. And then we will ditch the Laboon for, he's going to 7. I don't think I have to worry. Oh, no, I do have to worry about leader ability, using leader ability. So in that case, I'll just take the Hachinosu. I'll trash it for leader ability. And then we'll go 6. Yeah, we'll go 6. And then we'll go with Jesus, and we'll end turn because I already leader abilitied. So I can start taking some hits here, seeing what I get. Next turn is going to be a turn with some heat involved. Okay, next turn is 8. If I search a Jesus, that's great. If not, I'll probably use Lafitte to search Jesus. If I can get a Jesus without playing Lafitte, then I can play Vasco shot, and that's pretty good. So it's either I counter this turn or I counter next turn. For now, I'm just going to take, oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. The Beckman. I could invest in getting rid of this Beckman. If I really wanted to, I could invest in getting rid of this Beckman. But what I definitely want to do this turn is I want to play Jesus and Vasco shot. And then probably just swing 7. So I think I'll swing 7 at the Lucky Roo. And then 7 at the Lucky Roo again, to be quite honest. Yeah. I don't really care to get rid of this card, guys. I'm not gonna Shigun it. I don't think there's a point in using Shigun on that right now. I could. That would cost 5 Don, but then I don't get to play another Jesus, and that makes me sad. I want to play another Jesus. Let's trash the Vasco shot, see what we get. Counter is nice, but this might be clutch later. mean, now I could just get rid of the. Oh, I mean, I could have got rid of the Lucky Root anyways for 4 Don. Maybe that's what I do. No, I'll just swing into it. There's no point. There's genuinely no point. Let's take the Augur. Just for more counter. And then I'll ditch the Shigan probably. So now my Jesus is at 8. That's good. Let's just swing at the Lucky Root. Good for me. Good for me. We play another Jesus. We play a Vasco. We have 2 Don left. Instead of searching, I'm going to go ahead and swing 7. Jesus, Vasco, and then we drop the Shigan. Six to lead. Does he have Dragon? I should probably counter this, but I think I only have 2 2Ks left to my name. I'm going to have to eat the 7, and if he plays a Dragon, I'm going to have to eat the 9. Well, I could block. I could always block. So I'm going to have to eat the 7. If I eat this and the 7 and then block the 9, I'll be at 1 life. I'll stun the 9. I'll swing at the Beckman twice for 15 for 8 each, so it's really not going to be a high swing at it. I think I might be able to afford to 2K this. Let's 2K it. Let's take it. No. I only thought of it to fuel my Jesus, but it's not necessary. So I could block this. If I can kill the Beckman, then next turn he's only gonna have 2 swings at me. But I don't have a 2K. So I don't really want to block this here. Although going to 1 can get ballsy. I'll block. It's fine. I think I'll be okay. Get rid of this. No 2Ks. Just get the Lafitte. Going to stun that. Go 9 at the Beckman. Well, what if he gets that dumbass trigger, Red Hawk? Go 9 here. Did he get a trigger? Is he gonna use it? Oh, thank God. I almost swung with lead first. That's hilarious. Let's do it. For the power play. So here, if he plays any on plays, I don't think that I particularly get any, I don't really get stressed out. Really what it would look like is if he plays another Dragon, it'll be a 9-9. I'll block 1 and I'll take 1. So that's not really a problem. I don't think I should leader ability. We should just pass. We got to counter. We have to counter that. It's going to be an interesting... If he plays Shanks here and he goes at my Jesus... Oh, shit. Is he going to go 13? Is he going to do... Oh. That's actually pretty good. I'm not mad about that, actually. I might just take this. I might just take this. I don't think it's bad for me to take this. Because I could block and counter, but then next turn, there's a chance that I won't be able to counter the to protect my 10 cost. Because I don't have any 2Ks right now. So I think we just take this. Yeah, great. Now we got 2K. See? 6 2Ks is enough. We're going to do that. We'll take there. I think it's still ballsy for me to try to go for lethal. B9, 9. It could be even 11, 11, 13, 11. He just has to counter out a 1 swing, though, and the 11s aren't high enough for me to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. No, I think I just stall out another turn. I think it's just better for me to stall out another turn. He'll have 3 swings at me. I'll have 1, 2, 3. So I just stall out another turn. And we just guarantee the win next turn instead of being, risking it and going for it this turn. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do I have to leader ability? I think it might just, I think it's because I'm ahead that I can leader ability. I don't think that there's any world where he can threaten me next turn or his following turn. So, and I don't think I'm going to need this 10 cost teach. So I'll just drop the 10 cost teach and basically telling him that, pretty sure I got it next turn. But yeah, as you can see, as long as you map out your curve appropriately and you know exactly what you can ditch and what you need to see, and you think about your turns to come, when can I establish a Jesus? Will I be able to establish 2? How much Don am I gonna have left over every turn to perhaps use a searcher to find what I need? Then you can kind of map out exactly what turns you're going to play what and how many turns you have to find what you want to play on X turn. And then that way you can play efficiently. And when you play efficiently, when you play Blackbeard efficiently in that way by mapping out your Don turns and your plays and prioritizing your cards appropriately, even though it might feel like you're making risky decisions, it just comes out to be such an, look at this board. That's all he has. Yeah, he has so much Don up. He probably, I'm not going to be surprised if he has some events in hand. So let's see if I can actually push through this wall. So we got the liberation, and that's great. Right, and now we just need to drop 2 cards to make my Jesus higher. And we can go 11, 11, 11. Let's start with 11. But boom, you saw that? You saw that black hole on command? It's because I run 4. Telling you guys. You see it exactly when you need to see it. What was that? Okay. I only need to hit him twice, so I can just, it's fine. Because now if I want, I can go 15-15. So let's see what he has. I knew it. I knew he had crazy amounts of events. Let's go one more if he's down. Let me get first. I want to show you guys that. I mean, look, see there, for sure. I think second is really strong into his list. However, you never know when they're going to play that red hair list. And if they do play, the extra 7 cost bodies, going second into that list can get very difficult. And since I have a solid game plan into whatever Shanks list I'm versing, going first, I would rather just go first because I know that it doesn't matter what he plays out, I'll be able to fight it and be strong at the end, right? This, it looks crazy. The problem is I don't have the fit, but I think that's kind of okay. I'm just going to keep it because my trash is going to get fat. I'm going to search like hell, right? I'm going to use Hachi Nosu, and I'm going to ditch the dot Q. And I did that because using Hachi Nosu, I'm going to see 3 this turn. I'm going to see 3 next turn for a total of 6. Whereas if I use the 1 cost, then I only see 3. And it kind of just wastes the value of the Hachi Nosu. Let's see. I don't think I need the Mancherry in this matchup. So we'll take the stronger. We'll go Hachi Nosu. That's so unfortunate. And then next turn I'm going to want to play Jesus, I guess. Because I have Augur, I'm going to need a Shigan, perhaps. I might just go 7 here. I want to go 7 because then he's going to be pressed to counter. Give me another 2k. Otherwise, he goes down to 3 life. Let's go 7. Yeah, so now if he uses the Sanji, he goes down to 3, which is lit for me. I'll take it. Alrighty. Start with Hachi Nosu. That's frustrating. Kind of needed that. I kind of want to get rid of that Lucky Roo, to be honest. So I might actually... I could have also just taken that Augur and played 2 Augurs, and that would have fulfilled what I need to get rid of an 8 cost. But now I think I'll just go looking for that black hole. And I didn't get it, and I also whiffed past another, and I have to get this. That sucks ass. This is the first game where I felt like, damn, I don't want to see all these stages, but it is what it is. Let's go with... What if I go 7 at the Sanji? Nah. I think I just played Jesus because this boy fat already. This boy fat. He's going to 6. I don't think I care about anything that he's going to play. So let's just end. What I do care about is this Sanji swinging at me again. But then he's down to 2. So I just, I have 2Ks in deck right now. So let's see if we can get out of this sticky situation. So it's going to be probably a 5, 6, and then a 7 if he really wants to be that pushy. I can afford to give him a 2K here, so let's give it to him. He was so kind as to turn his Lucky Roo sideways for me. He might actually just go 4 on Sanji and swing, or he'll just play another Lucky Roo, which would be a little bit annoying. However, if he does put 4 on Sanji and I go to 1 life, I'm kind of cooked. So we got to give him that 2K. Now he's at 2 life. I take that. I take that. That's ridiculous. All my Laboons. All of them. I have so many Lafits too. How do I get out of this situation? So now his... I wonder, would he actually use an event to save the Sanji? Do I just swing at the Sanji? Do I care that much? I'm probably going to establish another Jesus, and I'll probably play a Vasco shot. I wonder if I play Lafitte. I could play Lafitte. Let's go 5 at the Sanji. I'm cool with it. Let's go 8 at the Sanji. Do I really want to? Because if I go 8 at the Lucky Roo... Because I honestly don't mind if he lets himself go to 1 by using that Sanji again. But he's going to go to 8. So, like, that could be a bunch of really annoying swings. If he plays Dragon and then uses this as well... I'll be really pissed off. I'm going to be honest with you guys. But he can't go to 1 in that situation. He really can't go to 1 in that situation. I'm going to bait him into using that. Yeah, see, I figured he had a Radical Beam. That's also annoying. So all we really can do is this, and then I might not even want to use this Lafitte, because I might actually need the counter now. We're going to just drop the Lafitte, to be fair. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see it, bro. 5. Yeah, he does have that. He can make this Vasco shot null. That could be annoying. But I don't think I care. I'm going to 9. It's kind of tough. This Lafitte could be clutch. Unless I just try to kill him next turn. I wonder if this Augur... You know what? We're going to just... Let's see. Does he play the 8 cost? He probably will. He probably will. No, because he can just turn this sideways and then swing at that. I think I kind of want to use Lafitte next turn. That's pretty clutch. That's pretty clutch. Let's go with the Vasco shot. Is he going to do it? Oh my God, is he going to do it? He's wild if he does it. He's wild if he does it. I wonder if I can end him. I might have to try. I have to kind of see. This is a tough situation. I have to actually calculate whether I can even survive. If I can survive, then I might try to survive, right? Obviously, but if I can't, then I might have to just go for it. 1, 2, 3, and a rad beam. No Dawn up. I mean, if he uses the Sanji effect, I'm 100%. I'm 100% going for it if he uses the Sanji. But it does kind of scare me into thinking that he just has the counter. He's probably right now calculating. He's knowing him, I know that he's doing math right now to see if he can survive by taking a life right now and being aggressive with Sanji. And if he can stay alive, then he will. And even if it's like a matter of like, oh, I need that top life, or I need these 2 cards to be counter for him to have if he needs these 2 cards to be counter for him to have a chance at surviving, I think he might even still just do it because it'll just scare the shit out of me. If he's confident enough to use the Sanji effect and swing into me, I have to be a little bit afraid because it's extra. Oh my God. Do I take this or do I counter? Honestly, I'm probably just going to counter. But I have to ask myself, did he do the math? Did he do the math? Because if I'm going to go for it right now, then it doesn't matter if I take this life. So I'm going to have 5 cards in hand, and then I'll Hachinosu, and then I'll ditch 5 cards. My Jesus will both be at +6, so that'll be 11, 11, 10 Don, 6 on my leader makes 3 11s. I have 4 Don left. I can go 11, 13, 13. 11, 13, 13. So considering he has leader ability, it'll be a 10, and then he'll counter out 7, 9, 11, and then it'll be 13 he takes, and then 13, 7, 9, 11, 13. No shot are they all 2Ks. No shot are they all 2Ks. But with that said, I don't think I need to take this hit. I'll take it anyways. Because I have to go for it, so it really doesn't matter. So let's do this. It doesn't matter. If that's a Red Hawk, I'm so screwed. If that's a Red Hawk, I'm so screwed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'm at 9. Shit. I miscalculated. All right, that's fine. That's still fine. It's not really that fine, but it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do. We go 6. Let's see it. Okay, he gave me 2 1s. Hell yeah, baby. Seven, 8, 9. This hits. GG. And there you have it, guys. Blackbeard, favorite into Shanks.